The world holds its breath. Tensions simmer. Storms gather. From the halls of power to the stock market floor, a palpable sense of unease grips us all. Former President Trump, once a figure of unwavering dominance, sees his grip on the American psyche falter. His promises, once held as sacred by many, now ring hollow in the face of economic uncertainty and social unrest. Across the nation, a different kind of chaos brews. Dark clouds gather over the American heartland, promising a tempest of terrifying proportions. Meteorologists warn of tornadoes powerful and relentless, ready to tear through the fabric of communities. Fear hangs heavy in the air, as palpable as the approaching storm. Yet, even in these times of turmoil, glimmers of hope break through the darkness. On the golf course, a young athlete rises to the challenge, her victory a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. In arenas filled with roaring fans, the spectacle of entertainment provides a much-needed escape from the anxieties of the day. But the storm clouds of economic uncertainty loom large. The cost of living climbs, a relentless upward march that leaves many struggling to keep pace. The price of food, the most basic of necessities, soars, a stark reminder of the fragility of our times. We stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in history where the choices we make today will reverberate for generations to come. The path ahead is uncertain, fraught with challenges. Yet it is in these moments of crisis that we find our greatest strength, our deepest reserves of resilience. The numbers paint a stark picture. Trump, the once Teflon-coated showman, is losing his grip on the American consciousness. His approval ratings, once a source of pride and a bludgeon against his critics, have plummeted to historic lows. The latest polls, those barometers of public opinion, reveal a depth of dissatisfaction that cannot be ignored. Only 39% of Americans, a mere fraction of the electorate, now view his presidency favorably. The reasons for this dramatic decline are manifold. Economic anxiety, fueled by his administration's chaotic trade wars and erratic policies, has eroded the confidence of many. The border wall, his signature campaign promise, remains unfinished, a potent symbol of broken vows and unfulfilled expectations. Concerns about presidential overreach, the erosion of democratic norms, and the constant drumbeat of scandal further erode his standing. The American people, it seems, have grown weary of the spectacle, the endless drama, the Twitter tirades that have come to define his presidency. The honeymoon is over, the love affair faded. Trump, the self-proclaimed very stable genius, is now seen by many as a liability, a source of instability on the world stage. The markets, those ruthless arbiters of sentiment, reflect the growing unease. The Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq all bear the scars of uncertainty, whipsawed by the unpredictable winds of Trump's trade wars and the looming threat of global recession. Tariffs, once touted as a magic bullet to revive American manufacturing, have instead backfired, driving up prices for consumers and businesses alike. The cost of everyday goods, from washing machines to automobiles, has skyrocketed, squeezing household budgets and fueling a sense of economic anxiety that cuts across all demographics. Confidence in the economy, once a hallmark of the Trump presidency, is waning. Businesses, large and small, are hesitant to invest, uncertain of what the future holds. The spectre of inflation rears its ugly head, threatening to erode the purchasing power of hard-working Americans. The American dream, that cherished ideal of upward mobility and prosperity, seems increasingly out of reach for many. The promise of a booming economy, a cornerstone of Trump's campaign, has given way to a sobering reality of economic vulnerability. Meanwhile, a different kind of crisis unfolds in the American heartland. A monstrous weather system, fueled by the volatile energies of a changing climate, bears down on the Midwest, promising a night of terror and destruction. Meteorologists, their voices laced with urgency, warn of tornadoes, powerful and unpredictable, capable of leveling entire towns in a matter of minutes. Winds exceeding 100 miles per hour threaten to rip through the region, uprooting trees, toppling power lines, transforming everyday objects into deadly projectiles. Hailstones, the size of baseballs, pose a significant threat to crops and property, capable of inflicting widespread damage. The National Weather Service, in its starkest language, warns of a particularly dangerous situation, urging residents to take shelter and prepare for the worst. Emergency shelters overflow with anxious families, their faces etched with worry. The air crackles with tension, the palpable fear of the unknown. Outside, the wind howls, a mournful symphony of impending doom. Section 5, a beacon of hope. Yet, even amidst the darkness, a ray of light shines through. On the manicured greens of the LPGA Tour, a young golfer named Mao Sego makes history, her name etched into the annals of the sport. Her victory, hard-fought and well-deserved, is a testament to the power of perseverance, of unwavering dedication in the face of adversity. Saigo's journey to the top has been anything but easy. She has overcome countless obstacles, countless setbacks to reach the pinnacle of her sport. Her story is an inspiration to us all, a reminder that even in the darkest of times the human spirit can prevail. Her triumph serves as a much-needed antidote to the negativity, the cynicism that pervades our world. It is a reminder that good news still exists, that stories of hope and inspiration continue to unfold, even amidst the chaos and uncertainty. Section 6. Entertainment amidst the storm. In Kansas City, thousands gather for another kind of spectacle, a temporary escape from the anxieties of the day. WWE Raw, the wildly popular wrestling extravaganza, takes center stage, providing a night of high-octane entertainment, a welcome respite from the relentless news cycle. The roar of the crowd, the clash of titans, the over-the-top storylines, all combine to create a surreal world where good battles evil, where heroes triumph, where the impossible becomes possible. For a few hours, the weight of the world lifts, replaced by the visceral thrills of the squared circle. The wrestlers, those modern-day gladiators, provide a much-needed distraction, their larger-than-life personas captivating audiences across the globe. In a world often defined by uncertainty and division, WWE Raw offers a shared experience, a communal escape into a world of fantasy and spectacle. Section 7. The rising cost of living. Back in the real world, the economic anxieties continue to mount. At grocery stores across the nation, families face a stark reality. The rising cost of living is no longer an abstract economic indicator, but a visceral, everyday struggle. The price of food, that most basic of necessities, has skyrocketed, putting a strain on household budgets and forcing many to make difficult choices. Fruits and vegetables, once considered affordable staples, are now luxury items for some. The price of meat, poultry and dairy products has also surged, driven by a confluence of factors, including rising transportation costs, labor shortages, and the ongoing trade war. For low-income families, the elderly, and those living on fixed incomes, the situation is particularly dire. Many are forced to choose between putting food on the table and paying for other essential expenses, such as housing, healthcare, and transportation. The rising cost of food is not merely an economic issue, it is a moral crisis. It is a stark reminder of the growing inequality in our society, the widening gap between the haves and the have-nots. It is a call to action for our leaders to address the root causes of this crisis and ensure that all Americans have access to affordable, nutritious food. Section 8. Navigating the unknown. We stand at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in history. The world is changing at an unprecedented pace, buffeted by forces both natural and man-made. The old certainties, the old assumptions no longer hold. We are entering uncharted territory, a world of increasing complexity and interconnectedness, where the choices we make today will have far-reaching consequences for generations to come. The challenges we face are daunting, but we must not succumb to despair. Now, more than ever, we need leaders who are willing to embrace complexity, to think critically, to act decisively. We need citizens who are informed, engaged, and empowered to hold their leaders accountable. Section 9. Finding hope in uncertain times. Despite the turmoil, despite the uncertainty, there is reason for hope. The human spirit, as history has repeatedly shown, is remarkably resilient. We have faced difficult times before, and we have emerged stronger, wiser, more compassionate. We have learned from our mistakes, adapted to changing circumstances, and found new ways to thrive. The challenges we face today are real, but they are not insurmountable. By embracing our shared humanity, by working together across borders and ideologies, we can overcome these challenges and create a more just, more equitable, and more sustainable world for all. Let us not be defined by the crises we face, but by how we respond to them. Let us choose hope over fear, unity over division, and action over apathy. The future is not predetermined, it is ours to create.